am accompanied by two gentlemen that are about to blow your minds, okay? So stick around for the conversation that we are going to have right about now. Keep commenting, keep your comments coming on 0739110544 and on our online platforms at KUTV Kenya and at Karen Blessing. And we are actually streaming on YouTube right now. So run there, leave your comment there, tell me how you're feeling this conversation. I want to hear your contribution to this conversation, because you're definitely going to be having an opinion on this one. But other than that, karibuni sana. I am not alone. Like I have said, I want the gentlemen with me to actually introduce themselves as we jump into the conversation. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, Karen.
How are you guys doing?
Great.
Yeah. I think let's start from Charlie. Just say hi, tell us who you are, then we get right into it.
Hi, so my name is Charlie.
Yes.
Charles Kibatha, rather.
Yes.
I work for Docubox as a web content manager of the planning committee for Short and Shorts, which we'll be discussing later. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Charlie.
My resume is not as big as his.
Yeah.
My name is Kithinji, and I'm an independent filmmaker.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's it.
Imagine.
Do not be deceived. His resume has much more than that, or rather, a much more breakdown of what a filmmaker looks like. But you know why I don't say not like interviewing guys like Charles is because he has answered my first 3 questions of the interview in that one question. So he's told me who he is, what he does at Docubox, what his JD is about. He says everything. So,
quite thorough,
yes, yeah. But I like that about interviewing people who have job descriptions like yours. You're very thorough. You cannot afford just to say filmmaker. And then, so I like that. I feel like I have a nice combo with me on set. So I am liking that. So Charlie, how did you come about Docubox? How did you land with Docubox?
With Docubox,
yes.
I learned about Docubox through a friend.
Yes.
Actually, and myself personally, I got to know about the company really well. It was actually during one of the events, Short and Shorts, that I got really familiar.
Yeah.
This was now back in 2018. And I think I kept on coming for screenings because I myself am a filmmaker.
Yes.
So I felt like it was very important to actually have a space where people can interact. Not myself, like it's my event, but I'm always just very inclined to find those kind of spaces.
Yeah.
So that's how I got to know about Docubox and all its other aspects and elements. It's a very good place. It's a company that, first of all, the name Docubox is the East African Documentary Film Fund. It's a film organization that funds short films and documentaries in East Africa. And we exist, I say we because now I'm a part of it. Yes, we exist to enable talented, driven, focused, and accountable East African artists to produce unique films and unearth new realities and transnational boundaries. Yes.
Amazing. I like that. So it feels like, from that description, it feels like Docubox was the platform that was needed for filmmakers to actually be able to actualize their filmmaking.
Yes.
To the quality of our international brands. Yeah, and let's get to you.
Yes.
How did you know Docubox?
Honestly, I don't remember how I learned about Docubox, but I remember for a while, since like 2016 thereabout, I'd been going for screenings and so on and so forth. I'd attended workshops that were at the same location as Docubox, and that way you get to interact with them and so on and so forth. And then came the fund that they funded my film in 2019, and we've been besties since
then. Yes. So then my next question to you would be like, what role do you think Docubox is filling? Like, is it the funding? Is it connecting you with creatives? Like, as a filmmaker, what do you feel is the place of Docubox in Kenya as a market, as a film market?
They do a bunch of things actually, because they'll fund your film. Sometimes they'll connect you with filmmakers, they'll connect you with film funds, they'll do trainings and so on and so forth. So it's basically like an all-round umbrella kind of thing, where they cover a lot of areas that are helping up-and-coming filmmakers, up-and-coming artists to get better in their craft and get seen out there. And they're focused mainly on East Africa or Africa and African stories, from my estimation.
Okay.
No, it's actually quite right. Because I think one thing we really take pride in ourselves is we're really trying to capture the African voice through now storytelling, and we're actually very proud of even having guys like Kithinji here, who we work with very closely, to just kind of come and bring out his idea and actually just have a voice for himself and other filmmakers in East Africa. Yes.
True. Charlie, are you still working as a filmmaker? You got to Docubox and that dream?
No. I do some, but I won't say at the level of Kithinji. Now I feel like my job really is just to support filmmakers. Yes, but of course I have other projects I assist people with, directing, writing. They're like
so being part and parcel.
Yes.
Some of projects that are ongoing.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I like that. I want us to take it. Is it up a notch? I think up a notch to ask the place of a filmmaker in Kenya right now. Like Ian, do you feel are we doing any better? Are we doing any better than we used to like a couple of years back?
Of course. Yeah, we're growing exponentially. Even just the fact that we have several shows on Netflix, we have several films on Netflix. Showmax is growing. Basically, especially in TV, and that's actually the way of the world. The world is going more into TV than feature films. And we are growing in that niche. We are growing in that market. There's a myriad of films that cover different aspects of, Africanness or Kenyan culture, so to speak.
But I like that, and because you have gotten the opportunity to work with different films, can you tell me? Can you highlight like your highlights in the films you have worked on, just for us?
I used to work at Churchill Live. I used to write for The Real Housewives of Kawangware, Vashita, Country Queen.
In short, he's saying he's the brains behind, all these awesome productions. It's good to give credit where it's due.
I was one of the writers.
Okay, all right, one of the brains behind amazing shows that we have had, because we might just get a chance as viewers. We only get a chance to see and praise the good works of probably actors and actresses. Like Hienda Sana, one main director here and there, but we really don't get the time to appreciate the brains. That you put in the long hours, the late nights, the everything. Before we knew the show existed, you are in there putting the work. So I want to acknowledge right about now that Ian is one of those brains, and of course Ian and Charlie, because now Charlie, through filmmaking and through Docubox, is being the brains behind all these films that you are seeing on your screen. So one big up to you, gentlemen. Thank you. You are doing a great job. So yes, we were going to filmmakers, and we've talked about the space of filmmakers and them growing. Let's get back to Docubox and specifically shorts. One, I just like that creativity in that name. Like, it's just, I am always over here. By the way, if you guys have watched Art and Culture Monday, we have a segment called Art Calendar. So we tell our viewers where is art happening and how can they go, how much are the tickets, where is the venue and all that. So I have had shorts for a long time, so I know you guys are doing great. So Charlie, just brief us on, for someone who is watching for the first time, is wondering, all these shorts are too many. What are we talking about?
So first of all, Shots and Shorts is the best event ever. It's the most fun event ever. It is East Africa's premier outdoor short film screen event / experience. So the gist is very simple. We come to watch amazing African short films. We wear shorts because why not? And also we take shots, alcoholic and non-alcoholic as well.
All of you are covered.
Yes, all those are covered. So it's shorts and shorts. So the name really just plays by itself like that.
Exactly. Like I think very like capture it captures the attention.
Yes, it's very top of mind. Yes,
exactly. So we film one a keyword you've said there, you film outdoor.
Yes, we have an outdoor screening
Yes.
of these films.
Yes.
For example, like we're having one for Kithinji
Yeah.
for the day. So
Yes.
so he'll be having his film for the day, as well as having being part of the student masterclass,
Yeah.
as well as the director's lounge.
Exactly.
So the the student masterclass now is we partner with local universities, and we take these universities through our these film students in these universities
Yeah.
through a workshop with a filmmaker, for example, Ian Kithinji here, we personally work with, and he's making waves in the industry. So it's for him to just really give his tips and tricks. For example, if it's sound editing, cinematography, the likes.
Yeah.
Yes, and then other than that, actually after the masterclass, the students who come for it are now at liberty to also attend the shots and shots.
Yes.
So we have the masterclass the morning of shots,
Yes.
and then afterwards the event happens, and those same students can come and attend shots, have a really good experience, interact, network with other filmmakers,
Yeah.
get to know who's a who of the film industry.
Exactly.
Yes, and yeah.
So I like that. One question, because you said short films. I'm asking that because I know we are dealing with a myriad of audience, from experts to people who don't really. So when you say short film, how long is a short film?
A short film actually ranges from about, it could be as short as 3 minutes.
Yeah.
To now 30
Yeah.
minutes now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So from 3 to 30.
Yes,
So I'm
yes.
asking that because someone could be wondering, I have this film, I will
Yeah.
take it to Docubox. It's good for them to
Yeah.
know the basics of whatever is required.
Actually,
of them.
we're always asking, we're
Yeah.
always putting out calls for filmmakers to submit their films, especially for shots.
Yeah.
If you're a filmmaker and personally you want your film to be screened at the event, we have four themed events for shots and shots. That's Valentine's, which is centered around love and romance.
Yeah.
We have our Mzalendo edition,
Yeah.
which is now mostly it's focused towards patriotism
Yes.
and actually capturing the African voice, and just being proud of who you are, where you're from, and that's not only isolated to Kenya, but
Yeah.
also Africans at large.
Wow.
And then now we also have our Halloween edition, which we are currently having right now.
Yes.
Yes, tickets are now available, by the way.
We are going to be getting into the details
Yeah.
of that shortly. Yes.
Yes, and the whole idea actually for this time round is an African Halloween,
Yeah.
where we want to capture people's attention, and also see whether they can bring out like lively African characters. You
Yeah.
can imagine someone dressing up as a sangoma,
Yeah.
or just any other very creative African outfit that normally
Yes.
wouldn't be the space in Halloween.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then let's get to Ian on this one, because one, Halloween is not African, like, or rather cannot be traced here. So when you had, now that you have worked with Docubox before, when you had the call that they made for what clicked in your mind? Like, is it that you make this kind, or you used to make these kinds of Halloween ghostly, for lack of a better word, films, or what tweaked your attention? You're like, I need to do this.
I've always liked horror movies.
Yes.
Since I was young,
Yeah.
I liked horror movies, and especially haunted house, ghostly
Yes.
kind of movies.
Yeah.
And so when I got funding, I actually applied for funding at Docubox. We had a workshop, and that was for my film Brikicho, which is a horror movie.
Yeah.
About grief. Yeah. And a woman is being haunted at her house. I can't say anymore.
Yeah, that's all. That's all.
so that you come and-
So you can come and experience for yourself.
Exactly.
Yes. So we have a very good outdoor screen,
Yes.
which now you can actually watch these films.
Yeah.
Despite it being a day event,
Yeah.
the screens work really, really well. So you can actually be part of the atmosphere of shots.
Yes.
And also just gonna really as well deck the place out
Yes.
to give guys a very haunting kind of feeling. So when you watch like Ian Kithinji's film,
Yes.
you feel quite unsettled. You're like, just hold me,
Yes, if you are like me, if you're watching, I think this is the perfect setup to actually get to watch a horror movie, because I cringe at the horror. Like, I'm not a horror movie fan, but I think mostly it's because it's on my phone on Netflix, and it's at night, so
Yeah.
that environment is just not allowing me.
It's
but
too
I think
much.
an outdoor
with
yes,
people,
kind of screening would give the right vibe to get into it.
Yeah.
And number two, Ian, I think you have these are very big shoes to fill, because I feel the horror movie scene in Africa has really, what can I say? You can tell, like the thrill that you want to give us has not really been given. Like I feel like in comparison rather to other international brands, our African horror stories have not been told as well. You know, I think we grew up with Niger movies. Yeah, man is jumping from here to
with the best effects ever. Yeah,
exactly, because the effect of horror is supposed to be the thrill. But now when I'm wondering what's this, then the impact, like, are you feeling like, are those, let me not say that for you, are those shoes, do you feel like there's a lot of space in those shoes to fill in terms of horror movies?
I think there's a lot for us to do. It's still a big arena that we haven't really explored.
Yes.
We haven't, even generally, just telling our own stories.
Yeah.
It's been quite a while, and we're still growing into that space. And I think everything is open to us. I like horror, and you know, I thought, how could I make this Kenyan? And I just remembered Brikicho, playing Brikicho as a kid. And you know, the whole point of horror is subverting things that you think make you comfortable, but then twisting
like
them a little bit.
Memories.
Exactly.
You are not
so,
a good person.
you know, seeing two kids in the corner just standing, singing, you know, land and bridges falling down. It's terrifying.
It's unsettling.
You know, yes, because children are terrifying, but just generally, it's something
you don't make children spooky now, because now that makes it worse. Because now they are kids. Like I think there is one now from even as we get into the screening of shorts. Like I think there is still a lot that we can do, because that's now Africanizing it, for lack of a better word, that's not English, or making it our own, making it Kenyan. Because like Halloween, even if I watch a horror show from Maju, there's a lot that I cannot relate to. But when you put Brikicho in there, now it's personal. You know, now it feels like, why? Like, why would you do this? And that's the thrill that we are looking for. So I like that. So you said you can't tell us any more about Brikicho, except that it's about kids and Brikicho.
Not really about kids, but it's a kids game being played by adults, which makes it even creepier. It's about grief and loss and healing from that, or trying to move on from that, basically. That's really
that's all. I feel like the rest I think can be said during the day. Come and enjoy the experience of Brikicho at shorts and shorts.
Thank you. But I also wanted to mention, I like that it's not just about thrill, because grief is another topic that like needs like a whole other 100 films. Because it's a long process, especially as Africans, the way we take grief, the way we grieve. So I like that you have gone the extra mile. Like, this is not just about thrill. After you have watched that, you know, it takes you back. It helps you deal with your own grief through parents or siblings or someone in your life that was close. So thank you for that. I think we need, it's a cherry on top of the cream that is, you know, a thriller. I like that. Let's move on a bit to other films that will be screening at shorts.
So I'm not at liberty to really say which ones they are, but I can say they're fantastic. They're thrilling. They are horror. And honestly, having that kind of lineup, I think it's a very strong lineup of authentic African films. So maybe to just give like a sneak peek, just be ready for anything. You'll feel freaked out, you'll feel frightened, but just prepare yourself. You don't know if people I want to say this, but in case you have the high blood pressure, maybe just take a step back a bit. Go breathe, come back, and then
come back and continue
continue watching.
I think, you know, if you've been looking for something new, I feel this will be a very new experience. It will be film plus something else. You know, film plus a cherry. Because one, from Docubox and from shorts, we have seen really amazing films that weren't horror. They were like the creativity of our very own, like Ian is putting it, telling our own stories. So I can imagine this is telling our own stories now from with a cherry of the horror factor that is in there. And I couldn't be more excited. I think you guys, we're just going, let's get into the details of tickets, the where, the when, and the tickets, so that people can already start, purchasing.
Yeah. So the tickets are available at on our website as well as our social media pages. You can follow us on Instagram at My Docubox, and then on Facebook as Docubox Film Fund, as well as Twitter. So the tickets, actually, we've kind of lined them up. Is we are giving redeemable tickets to our patrons, our audiences. We have couples tickets for 3,000, but now that we have redeemable vouchers which you can get at the bar.
Yes.
So if you pay that 3,000, you get 1,500 at the bar,
yes,
worth of drinks. Yes.
Awesome.
So this is also part of the whole experience. Is also kind of a party. So it's not that you're just coming to watch films and then you go home. It's an experience. You come, you watch the films, and then we go into other activities. Like, for example, we have the director's lounge.
Yes.
Also fixtures such as matatus. Yeah, like the last time actually we were at our Mzalendo edition in June, we had a matatu actually screening short films inside. Yes. So it was a very, very valuable kind of vibe. People enjoyed it. Make sure to also just be on top of our social media. We are posting like crazy right now. So just to kind of get guys anticipated, get guys hyped for the event. Come see us, come enjoy these films and come party with us as we celebrate African short films, African voices, and also African Halloween.
Exactly. I honestly, guys, I don't think there will be a place you will get to experience the African content creators. Even the setup is also like created content. You're not just going to watch and leave. You're going to be having many other activities. It's a wholesome experience. That's the word